Welcome back. It's FNS Phoenix going up against Desolator. Once again, I am Nomad.
I'm Illustrato, and we've been your host. We'll be back for more, so don't touch that browser. We'll be right back.
Mega
We might just have a different story. It might just be a bit more of a stomp because Alice with the Blood Ode will be very effective if you're going to dive into the game and it's a 5-man engagement. You're going to get lifesteal all over the place, and you would most likely be alive all the time.
Yeah, here's the thing. Alice, though, at some point it looked like FNS was just having fun. That's the... Desolators, though, on their player cams, they don't look like they're having the best time.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you would expect. You're in the closed qualifiers leading up towards the regular season.
Yeah.
And if you're lacking in terms of how you play, it's all
on you, man.
It's all on you.
All on you.
You know, it's still game 1. We still have game 2 coming up.
This is the crazy outplay that I was talking about. Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
nuts right there. Somehow managed to get alive, diving in front of the tower. So we're talking about the individual skill here. So it's not just Dane, it's not just Stats, it's not just Russ who has incredible skill. Also got players like Wave every now and then making some highlights of their own. So this team is really starting to shape up and look like one of the more dominant teams that we should be looking out for. I mean, who knows? Maybe just like their sister team, FNS Solid, they might be able to shake things up in the regular season.
They might, and I'm really looking forward to them going into the regular season. But it might be a different case, though, because they still have to tie up the score line here with Witness Greatness.
Yeah.
And it's still game number 1. Game number 2 might be a different story here for Desolators.
Witness Greatness 1 game away from losing, from getting eliminated, ending up in 3rd place. If FNS can actually win or tie this, doesn't matter. Any way it goes, it's going to be the end of the story. And then after that, it's all going to be a matter of playing for pride, unless FNS lose. And then when Witness Greatness wins against Archangel. So that's a little bit tough. Witness Greatness right now, same amount of points as FNS Phoenix. They're both 3-3. But here's the kicker. Witness Greatness has to play up against Archangel next, who's undefeated. And FNS, basically all they have to do is win this game. And they're basically... Then we can have a tie.
We may have a tie.
We may have a tie.
But, of course, the ruling goes that they're going to have to look at the head-to-head matchup to break the tie, if there is going to be a tie.
Yeah. Well, to be honest here, we might get to that, but I don't think it's going to happen here. Archangel are looking too good, looking too dominant. I don't think anyone can stop them, and at this rate, I don't think it's going to be Witness Greatness to be able to do that. But who knows? We've seen crazier things happen here before in MPL, but let's go into the pick and bans right now. We're ready to go into the drafting phase.
And the adjustment is one I'm going to be expecting from Desolator if they want to just straight up give a fight against FNS Phoenix. But, of course, Grok is going to be the first ban. Kimmy is going to be banned as well. No surprise there. Might see a Claude or a Gushin being banned. Or possibly a Cho, because the Akai Cho combo or the Lolita Cho combo is still prevalent in this meta. I mean, we're just going to have to find out.
Yeah, FNS making the ban out of that Grok. They don't want to go up against that. Meanwhile, the Kimmy ban has been picked out by the Desolator side. Not too surprised there, but I'm more surprised they didn't ban out Kaya immediately.
Well, they took out Hellcurt there, so they're trying to lessen the chances of Desolator to come back here in the way of going for the split pushes.
Split pushes, avoiding. Yeah, they want to seem to lead the Desolator into sort of a more team fight oriented composition, and in which case FNS Solid will most of the time, if not all of the time, win. FNS Solid, especially FNS Liquid, FNS Phoenix, definitely looking like the kind of team who wants to take team fights.
We got a Chodo.
Chodo.
We got a Chodo.
Chodo mate. Kudasai.
Chodo a minute.
Your team is
Lunox and Minotaur are going to be picked up.
That's the opposite from what we saw last game. Those were picked out. Those are the heroes chosen by FNS. Now they are in the hands of Desolator. Actually, Claude getting picked up here by Dane.
Your team is
I think they're going to be like, no, let me show you how to do it. This is how we're going to play.
This is
how we do it.
I think we have a different song.
Pick your nose and chew it.
Okay, that's a different song. But a Grok, not a Grok, Belric and a Claude being picked up by FNS Phoenix, and Kaya being denied here for.
That's
for
fine.
Russ to pick up.
I'm not
Your
even worried
team
about
is
that.
banning.
Russ might just pick up Mincetar here. Might just pick that out. I don't know. He actually might stay on this. I'm not too sure. Carry has
Your
been banned.
team is banning.
Interesting choice right there. Maybe just to give a little bit more leeway for this Claude, just so that he can, free roam in the back lines without worrying too much about this carry diving him or dealing too much damage in the back.
Yeah. What's going to be the third ban here for Desolator? That's still going to be a
Your
Kagura being
team
banned.
is picking.
So we got Lolita open. Akai is wide open as well. Finesse might just be able to secure the Akai, but honestly, Desolator should just deny Akai from being picked up.
Yeah, I am looking at a mage here, expecting maybe a Gushin or a Harley to come out here for the side of Finesse. That would definitely make sense for me, especially with actually no, a Leomord would be good.
Harley is going to be picked
Your
up
team
instead.
is picking.
So if Finesse decides to go for Leomord, that which they do, this is going to be an Gushin
Okay,
as well.
so both of my predictions were correct. Yes, prediction points. Gushin and Leomord makes absolute perfect sense. One, the magic damage coming from that Gushin, able to go into the back lines, maybe take down that Kaya early, maybe take the fight to that Harley. It's gonna be good, and especially with this Leomord able to take those tanks down. Really, this Leomord should really come into play, especially against that Lunox and that Minotaur.
Your team
I mean, looking
is
at
picking.
the composition, though. Oh, hold up, there's a Hayabusa.
There's some really quite interesting picks that we're seeing from Desolators earlier on. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, here's what I'm seeing here for Finesse Phoenix. They want to end the game as fast as possible because they don't have as much CC as they want compared to what Desolator has. They only have they have Kaya, they got Minotaur to an extent. Well, yeah, that's it. And then the flip side, they only have Cho, to an extent, Leomord to go for the CCs, and really, Finesse Phoenix is kind of on a gamble here. The Desolator lineup looks really solid on paper, but it's going to go down to how they're going to be playing the composition, really.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you here, but let's be honest here. I'm seeing a 2-0 happening. The way that the first game went, it just looks like Finesse Phoenix were really outclassing the Desolators, and there's really no denying how much being a outstanding player, having individual skill comes into play here in this game.
And I mean, if you have the best micro in your game, it's going to transition to all-around best macro for your entire team. But regardless, game number 2 here is about to begin. Finesse Phoenix up 1 game against Desolators, and it's already on match point.
Yeah, match point. One more chance here for Desolators. Finesse Phoenix most likely looking like they're going to go through, going to end up in the top 2. But, shaking things up, maybe that's we might see an upset. I'm not too 100% confident, but who knows?
Anything can happen in the Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional League.
Yeah, early aggression here coming out from both teams, looking like they want a piece of the action this early on. Finesse Phoenix want to take the fight to the Desolators, but it looks like they will secure the buffs this early. A little bit of a no issues right now. Tian will pick up those. Why won't you pick up those? Okay.
Well, it's still money, still experience. Crab's gonna be picked up. There goes the Jeet Kundo by Russ. No follow-throughs by his teammate. I guess he was trying to.
Mobile Legends is really the only time and place where you want to get crabs.
Yes, of course, for obvious reasons.
Unless you're at a
the
restaurant.
gold.
Or you're Ariel. Because Sebastian is a crab.
Let's save this discussion for another day. Let's focus on the fight that we
Ladies
have.
and gentlemen, no, we won't let this go.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us know if Sebastian from Little Mermaid is a crab or a lobster. Okay? That we will have a slap bet for this.
No, we're not.
No, we're not gonna have a
Turtle
slap bet.
resurrecting soon.
But in any case, Russ looking like he's getting a little bit aggressive here. Tries to go for the gank, not gonna happen.
Show me the money.
Damn it.
Well, just go on.
I think, okay, well, Desolators.
Well, there is a huge rotation from Finesse Phoenix over at the top lane. Really, really not a good
All right.
spot for Wave, but good thing he backed off. And yes, Sebastian is a crab, but there goes the G2. No, he committed Rust.
Double kill.
Wow. Well, Desolators are dealing a lot of damage. Finesse Phoenix, I mean.
I like how you casually just went over that. Like, yeah, Sebastian is a crab. So Sebastian is a crab. I was right. Nomad is a pleb.
But Sebastian is a form of a lobster.
What? They're crustaceans. They're different species.
I mean, it's one of the names for one of the species of lobsters. A Sebastian lobster.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not technically wrong.
Okay, I see what you're doing there.
I'm not wrong. I'm still kind of right. And speaking of being right, that Jeet Kune Do is a bit right there from Russ securing the kill onto Miga.
Finally, we have settled the age-old debate, and we have now an answer. So there is a Sebastian crab,
Lobster.
and there is also a Sebastian lobster.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your fun fact for the day.
And likely you're not going to be getting any other fun facts soon.
Oh, but hold that thought, Dane looking like he's getting caught off. Desolators looking a lot better this time around. Actually, they have a little bit of a lead this time. Question is, can they hold on to it just like last game?
They might be able to. They just need to play it smart. If they spot out a lot of people gone from the side of FNS Phoenix.
Oh, the
the Jeet Kune Do towards the Wave the Dragon helps secure the kill.
Yeah, flickered in for that too. Just gets the kill. I think he would have gone down anyway, but style points for him.
And this is going to be Tien going down, so this might be a third trade if they want to.
Yeah, Desolators looking a lot better. Definitely in the lead right now, but Phoenix not letting up. Gonna take a tower in response to that. That actually levels out the gold advantage.
Yeah.
This is the problem though. When it comes to more experienced teams, in the late game, that's when they really start to shine. And I think that's when that's where FNS Phoenix is really capitalizing.
Yeah, they're capitalizing on their experience. They're capitalizing on just their sheer amount of practices all around.
Yeah, Dane really just wanting to get that wave out, even
Turtle
utilizing
resurrecting
his blazing duet just to get it. Ross looking like he's caught off here, trying to escape, knocks him up. Wave the Dragon trying to survive.
Oh, the deadly
backup is
heal.
here. Here is the cavalry. Tats looking like he's going to the back line, but no. Oh, it's actually Leomord who gets the pickup.
Man, I like the last minute heal for the Deadly Magic to not immediately take out the Rust there. But man, that was still a kill secured.
Yeah.
But that's a 1-for-2 trade.
Yeah, actually double kill right there for this Leomord. We did say he was going to come into play. Did say that he does look a lot better. Actually, Turtle does go down. Gushin actually secures the buff for himself. And what we did say was going to be a deadly duo is proving to be true here. Desolators, though, looking better, but I'm still not convinced with their lineup. They need to utilize this Hayabusa to be able to get those picks.
And Hayabusa is good in terms of split pushing as well, but I'm not feeling Hayabusa
as a split pusher. Actually in general, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. It's a little bit of a strange choice, especially with this composition here. Wave is gonna get caught off there. Divine Judgment calls up Barbiel and has a shield, but he's gonna be finished off by that Harley, despite his tankiness. We'll finally get that shutdown. Gold going to that Harley. That's a little bit of a bonus, a little bit of a silver lining on the dark cloud.
Yeah, and FNS Phoenix is slowly
dark cloud.
Why did you look at me and say that?
Dark cloud.
Let's go back into the game here as RGDC is going to be picked up, hoping to go for Divine Judgment, but the Minoma Fury is going to be used offensively as well for the rest of his team to escape. But Taz is going to be there to slay Kaya, but it's a Desolator fight here. That Desolator definitely won this engagement, forcing Russ back. Dane is going to try to jump in, as well as Wave. Barbiel is going to be summoned. The Phantom Seed is going to try to give them the advantage, and it does. Wave secures the kill onto AJ.
Oh, beautiful. Knocks him into the tower. Actually does get the kill as well. And great play right there from Wave, making a comeback from that earlier loss that he just took. Still, what's really interesting to me, that 7 minutes in, only like 1-2 towers have gone down. 7 minutes in, only 2 towers.
Relatively a slow game.
Really, yeah, I'd say this is definitely a slow game. Not a lot of progression, not a lot of objectives. Sure, we've got a lot of kills, but I'm definitely not a lot in terms of map control, in terms of pushing. But again, here we are. Endless Battle has been picked up by Wave, 7 minutes and 20 seconds, and a little bit late, but I think he'll be okay with that. Did get delayed because of the death that he took earlier on, but that should be coming into play very, very shortly.
It's better than nothing, you know, you mean. But the turtle is going to be secured by FNS Phoenix, and this is going to be a counter-initiate by Desolators as well, but they're losing the engagement there. Blazing Duel is going to be committed. The Deadly Magic is not going to be enough to take out Dane. Minoan Fury, I'm not sure if it's still available, but that's going to be a disengage by Desolators. They don't want to add more losses to their already losing end.
Yeah, they just traded out a Kaya for a Kaya for a Gush, and that's not always the best thing to go for. This is the worst trade deals of all deals in history, as Trump says.
Worst trade deals in the history of deals.
Of deals.
All deals. And yeah, we're already going towards the late game here, and none of these teams actually has a significant advantage. It's really really surprising.
Uh-oh, this looks bad. Dane, yeah, he has no more escapes. Just used it to try to pick a fight with that Harley, and that's going to be the end of the story for him. So nice pick off right there for Desolators. Finesse is looking a little bit dodgy here, looking a little bit shaky. Not as good as, not as solid as we used to see them. Seeing them. As from the previous games, which they did look a lot better, look a lot like Finesse solid actually.
Yeah, they're not showing their finesse as finesse here in this game.
Yeah.
But you know, we're about to reach the late game, and once we go late game, that's when Claude should be online. That's when Harley should be online as well.
That's
so
when
we might
Gushin should really start to be able to burst people down.
Yeah, as well as Gushin, yeah. And no, they're not presenting any opportunities really to go for the big fights, because that Desolators, they really don't want to go for skirmishes, even prolonging skirmishes. There goes the Wave, the Dragon, and the G-Kundo. But that might just turn the tides here, because Desolator is able to tie down 1-for-1, but Finesse Wave getting the double kill of his life. Sums and AJ dropping their dangerously low on HP.
Yeah, Rust chasing all the way back. Oh, almost actually takes down Dane, bringing out everything but the kitchen sink. And it's not going to be enough to get them to kill. Mika again removed from the situation, so far off, falls back, and this is what we're talking about, the Hayabusa. You did mention he's a good split pusher, but what the heck did they get from that in exchange? Hardly anything.
Yeah, if anything, Hayabusa should have been in that fight, might have turned the tides, but he was just focusing on the bottom lane.
And which he didn't even get. It's a little bit confusing here. I mean, that's always the dilemma that you have when picking a split push hero. Do you take part in the fight, or but especially when it comes to crucial team fights like this, you want to be able to be accessible to your team, not so far distant that if a team fight comes out and that you could be the deciding factor whether you're there or not, but you're not present. It's a very bad, it leaves a very bad taste in your mouth, especially if all your teammates are dead and you're like wondering what the hell just happened.
Yeah. And FNS Phoenix, they're taking advantage of that disarray that Desolators has by just going in for the team fights when they know they have the advantage. They're going to go for the superior positioning here, as well as secure the turrets while forcing Desolators back. Desolators, they cannot go out of their base because of fear that FNS Phoenix, are just hiding in the brushes.
Yeah, you would think that the towers would be in favor here of the Desolators because of the split pushing capabilities, but it's not. It's the other way around. It's really getting the but look at this. RGDC gets knocked up. Way of the Dragon. That's going to be a mega kill picked up for him. Now Blazing Duel. That's not the Blazing Duel, but AJ going in. Minoan Fury knocks them all up. That's a 4-man knock up here, but the damage is real. Perfect timing for the Blazing Duel. That's Dane actually doing the work time and time again. He's coming through. And they're finding another one onto Tats. What a beautiful cleanup right there for FNS Phoenix. Really, the discipline that it takes to have, if you are Dane, to wait until that perfect moment is immense. And waiting for everybody to burn the CC, because if you look at what he did is Dane waited for Minoan Fury to be called out to be used, or a lot more of the CC to be called out, and once RGDC was out of the picture, that's when he chose to strike. Absolutely great timing for him. That nets them two towers.
Yeah, and just about to say that I think that was a bit of a hasty Minoan Fury by AJ. Really could have saved that if because that turret's already going to fall down, that tier 2 turret. might as well just save that Minoan Fury if ever FNS Phoenix decides to go
For a dive.
for the dive or for the killing blow.
Yeah, not exactly what happened here. Popping his cherry a little bit too early. Blowing his spells, his ultimate that early on. Not always a good sign to see, not always the best thing to do.
Yeah, you gotta save it for the last.
Yeah, you gotta edge it out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to like endure until you have to pop off the ultimate.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
try to delay it as much as possible.
delay the ultimate as much as possible. And that's what Dane did, so he got, he won. He
Yeah,
won the
he
team
won.
fight because he delayed.
Needless to say, Dane came in at just the right time.
I'm gonna agree with you completely right there. So now it's actually, ironically, Phoenix who does do the split push. They
Yep.
are still spread out because they can't afford to do it. Desolators, they don't look like they have a response here. They're locked into the base.
They are because if you lose turrets, you're giving away real estate for your opponent. And that's what FNS Phoenix is doing.
Yeah, there's no map control at all.
And in terms of trying to get back into the game, if you can't even have the jungle camps for yourselves, that's basically game over for you.
Yeah.
And looking at the gold advantage here, it's a 10,000 gold lead by FNS Phoenix, and really they're already knocking on the doors here. Desolators, this is going to be a defense of a lifetime. There goes to wave the dragon onto Sums, and he's going to be taken out. Minoan Fury is not going to be committed just yet. There goes the Minoan Fury. That's a 3-man Minoan Fury, but no follow-throughs here by Desolator, and they are melting on by the hands of Tats and Dane. And it's just going to be Mika alone, and
That's
they're
gonna
just
be
going to be waiting for the creep wave to push up, the minion wave to push up.
Yeah, so congratulations to Phoenix. They're going to be moving ahead. I think most likely we're going to be seeing them in the top second spot right in front of Archangel. But I just wanted to point it out again. Beautiful, beautiful work there for Dane. Waiting until the very last second to pop his ultimate. But honestly, what a game that we've seen. So much class, so much finesse right there from the side of FNS Phoenix.
And man, they're already tied with Archangel, so regardless, we're going to be finding out who's going to be the second placer after the Archangel versus Witness greatest matchup that we're going to see after this. But that was really a finesse game. I will completely agree with you. It's completely even all throughout, like in terms of kills, in terms of farm. Nobody on the side of FNS Phoenix was clearly ahead in that game, but it's the teamwork. It's the discipline. When should we start engaging? Oh, wait, we only have one CC. Might as well make it count. And they made it count. They just relied on Cho there, on Russ, to go for the CCs. And once they did commit for the fights, that's where they came on top. And
There was not enough damage. Even though the Minoan viewers were absolutely on point, there was no follow-up damage to get the kills. I mean, at that point, if you land a 4-man Minoan Fury like this one, and he's done it twice in this game, I think, maybe thrice, there should be the follow-up. You should be losing at least two to three players, but that's not what happened. That's not the case. There was no damage.
Yeah, no damage at all. I mean, if you were going to pick your fight, make sure you pick a fight that you would win.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. But at the end, it seemed like a little bit too late rather, for the side of Desolators. Anyway, they're going to be eliminated, unfortunately. That's the end of their run, but Finesse versus Witness Greatness, they're still fighting for the top 2 spot, whoever advances. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, we just have a little bit of an announcement. The stream will be restarting, so we have to reset the stream if you're watching on Facebook. Before the next series comes into play, we're gonna put it up again, so make sure you come back, make sure you refresh your page, and yeah, we'll see you again in a little while. So for one more time before we go on a break, again, I'm Illustrado.
And I am Nomad. This is a Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional League Season 3 closed qualifiers. We'll see you in a bit. Refresh your browser. We'll be right back.
Monster kill! Legendary!
Mega power, execute!
Mega kill!
Become one.
Legendary! Double kill!
Download for free. Mobile Legends Bang Bang.
Killing spree. An ally has been slain. Mega kill. An ally has been slain. You have slain an enemy. Double kill. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Triple kill.